Hello everyone. In this lesson we are going to learn about the use of a drop shadow in Adobe Photoshop. So therefore we have to open an image from our exercise file, and for applying or open the image from our exercise file you just have to go for this open option, and from there you have to select this orange image. So you just have to select the orange image and then you have to go for open option. Okay, cool. So we got the image of orange in here. So applying the drop shadow for this orange, we have to unlock the layer first. And here is the layer panel, and you can see here the background layer is locked, so we have to unlock the layer. So for unlock you just have to click this lock button. So let me click this lock button, and you can see here the layer is unlocked and it's turned into layer O. And now we are going to apply the drop shadow for this orange image. So therefore at first we have to use quick selection tool, and with the use of quick selection tool we will make a selection for this orange. And where you will have the quick selection tool, you will have the quick selection tool under the lasso tool. So here is the quick selection tool, but right now object selection tool is appeared. So for applying the quick selection tool you just have to right click with your mouse, then you will have this quick selection tool option. And you can see here is a plus sign, minus sign. Please make sure that plus quick selection tool, actually this plus is meant for adding and this minus is meant for subtracting. So you must have to make sure that the plus sign is turned on. Okay, now I want to increase my brush size, and for increasing the brush size we have to click in this size option. Then you will have the size option. Instead of 30 pixel I want to go for 130 pixel, and now you can see our mouse pointer is increased. Okay, so now we have to make a selection. So let me select the orange here. You must have to click with your mouse. Make sure only the orange part is getting selected. Okay, so we make a perfect selection with the use of this quick selection tool. So once the orange selection is done, you have to add a layer mask. And how you will do that? Here is the option beside the effects functionality. Here is called the add a layer mask. You can see here this is the option for adding a layer mask. Let me click this add a layer mask. Okay, you can see here we got a layer mask in here and it's applied to here. Make sure this layer is selected, and now you have to go for this effects option. Then you will have this drop shadow option. So let me click this drop shadow option. Then a pop-up will appear, and you can see here this is the settings or functionality for drop shadow. Okay, so you can see here that we have the option for blend mode, opacity, angle, distance, spread, size. So now we have to work with this functionality for applying the drop shadow. Okay, so let me place this pop-up at the right side, then we will have the clear view of the drop shadow. So what we got first? We got the opacity. So we have 0% opacity, so I have to increase the opacity first. So I'm keeping 100% opacity. Okay, the angle, I will apply the angle, but not right now. But before applying the angle I have to increase the distance. And you can see here in our image we got a kind of black shadow. So when you will move this distance option, that means how or what will be the distance of the drop shadow from the main image or main element. So as an example I'm using 39 pixel or 41 pixel. Okay, fine. Now we have to set up the percentage of spread. So let me increase the percentage of spread. Okay, So we have 33%. Actually, spread is not applicable right now because till yet we didn't apply the size. So let me increase the size first. Okay, you can see right now we have the perfect drop shadow applied in our image. So now we can customize this distance, spread, size. So when you will input the value for distance, spread and size, then the drop shadow will be visible. Okay, 158 pixels. So now let me show you the use of spread. I am decreasing the spread, and you can see here the drop shadow is not spreaded. So if you want to increase the spread, you just have to increase the value of spread. And you can see here we have the preview in here, but it seems very active or very strong drop shadow. So therefore you can do one thing, you can reduce the opacity, and now it looks really good. And now the time for distance. So here is the distance. Okay, you can see here, or you can see here. Okay, when I'm placing 232 pixel, the drop shadow placed in here, or you can change the direction as well. Okay, so I'm just, as an example, I'm just keeping with 77 pixel or 71 pixel, and let me decrease the spread size. Let me increase the opacity. Okay, so you can see here we got a perfect drop shadow for this image. So if you want to change the angle, here is the wheel for changing angle. You just have to change the angle, or you just have to put the values. So as an example, let me turn the angle in right side, and once you will change the angle, your drop shadow's position will be changed. So we have 10 degree, minus 70 degree, minus 142 degree, plus 155 degree, 86 degree, 90 degree. Okay, so this is the use of the drop shadow. Okay, let me click OK. So you can see here that we apply the drop shadow in here, but we don't have any background content in here. I want to add a background content, so therefore I want to add a rectangle shape. So here is the rectangle tools, and instead of fill color, please make sure that fill color is white, and you can see here that we have the black fill color. So for changing the fill color, you just have to click this fill option, and from there I'm picking this white color. Okay, now let me draw a rectangle shape with white background. So this rectangle shape is placed at top in layer panel. So if you want to make visible the drop shadow with the orange, you have to place this rectangle one layer at second position. So you have to drop the layer at second position, and now we got the perfect drop shadow. So let me hit the enter button from my keyboard. Okay, so now it looks really very good. So this is how you will apply drop shadow in Adobe Photoshop.